Dad, I'm ready.
You really think so?
I think so.
We'll have some fun today, right?
Yeah, we will have some fun today. Welcome to Daughter and Dad Podcast, Episode 12. Today, my dad and I make two interesting friends, Bucky and Charlie.
Hola, Pru.
Hola, Papa!
Well, how are you doing?
I am doing great. How are you doing, Dad?
I am doing so well. Today, not only are the red buds in bloom, but coming home from the gym, we have a nice green center coming into the area where I live and just
Yeah.
covered with yellow wildflowers. It was
Ah.
so awesome. I got so excited, so excited.
Aw, that's awesome. I wish that we had our flowers out, but it is going to get to 67 degrees today, so
Things will start popping. The
they will
blue,
start
I
popping.
think the blue bonnets will be out within a week or two, and that is
That's
a good.
exciting.
That is a good thing.
It is.
Yeah. Did you have lunch yet?
I did not. I did not. I always eat after we record our podcast.
And I always eat right before. So I eat at 12 o'clock Central Time, and Prue is kind enough to wait for me until 1 o'clock,
That's
which is
right.
12 o'clock her time, Mountain Time, and she's going to be really hungry. If
Dad,
she gets
my
cranky
stomach
with
might.
me,
I
you'll
do
know
get
it's
hangry.
low blood sugar.
And if you hear my stomach growling, it won't be a sound effect I added to the podcast.
Well, tell our listeners about this great tacos you had for lunch yesterday. You gave me that recipe last night, and I tried it for lunch today, and it really worked. But you are the genius behind it.
Okay, I do love sardines. Just your regular canned sardines. I like fresh sardines too, but those are hard to find. So I get the little cans of the sardines. I always get the sardines in water. Sometimes I get the sardines in the mustard sauce because I do like that. But what I did yesterday was I took the sardines in water, drained out the water, and then I sprayed a little of this olive oil, all natural olive oil spray that I have on the sardines, mixed it all up and threw them in the air fryer and hiked it up to 400 degrees, which is my sweet spot, and cooked them for about 10 minutes at 400. And I shook the tray a couple of times to make sure that they cooked on all sides. And they were nice and crispy on the outside and still soft in the middle, all heated up. And I threw them into some corn tortillas with some shredded cabbage, a little bit of squeezed lemon on top, and some salsa. Oh man, Dad, they were so good.
I just finished lunch, and I'm still hungry for those.
How'd your sardines turn out, Dad?
Well, I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't use the air fryer. I decided to do it in a pan because I wanted mushrooms with it. So I
Yeah.
sauteed mushrooms and onions, and then tossed my sardines into the pan. But I did do the spray with the olive oil, and it
Yeah.
turned out great.
Dad, I
It
bet those
was
were
so hot.
luscious.
When I filled up my tortilla, I then sprinkled some non-fat mozzarella cheese on it, and it melted right in. It was really
Ooh, that sounds good. I was out of cheese yesterday, so
so.
there were no
Thanks,
cheese on those tacos, but they were still good.
thanks for the tip. I'll do that more frequently. The cleanup wasn't too bad afterwards either.
Check out daughterandDadPodcast.com for some cool merch.
Hey, are we getting ready for our podcast? I'm gonna handle it this time. I'm tired of you taking the lead role. Folks, this is Bucky, and I'm in charge.
Well, Prue,
How are you doing? My name's Bucky.
Bucky? Nice to meet you, Bucky. Bucky, one of your friends is over here. This is Charlie.
Charlie, where are you?
Hi.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Charlie. What the
yeah,
hell's
we're
going
there.
on?
Hey,
Let me tell you what's going on.
hey, Bucky.
Do you know what it's like to live with Ray? My God. I hope he's not
I
listening.
I have some ideas, but I would like to hear from you.
Man, this guy gets up 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm still sleeping.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And then he turns on country music. You'd think that's the only kind of music he listens to. I'm so tired of it.
Country music. Are we talking Dolly Parton here?
No. It's the Texas style. If I hear another George Strait song, I'm gonna go scream.
Hey, Bucky,
I
I want to be in Amarillo by morning.
Well, do you have problems too?
I do. Now, Pru over here, she also gets up really early. And she does not listen to music because she doesn't want to wake up that dog, Django. But she's always talking about UFOs.
Let me see. Let me see.
I haven't even seen one yet.
UFO. Uncle Fred's oranges?
Let's see. I don't think so. I haven't figured out what a UFO is yet, but she keeps looking up in the sky.
Well, I'm telling you, I saw a UFO, and it was flying over Ray's car yesterday. He said it was a buzzard, and it let one go. And man, it just missed his car.
Oh man!
I was really happy.
Too bad it didn't land on his head.
And he never opens the sunroof. That's another pet peeve I have. I like to tan.
Oh man, you look like you got a good tan over there, Bucky. In fact, you're looking pretty tasty, Bucky. I do like a good bear burrito.
You know, I should lose some weight. I probably get. My love handles are starting to show.
Well, I have a long neck. Look at this.
Wow! You know what they call them? Long necks of beer in San Antonio.
Hey, Bucky, time for you to take your nap.
No, I'm rebelling.
He's rebelling, Pru.
Trails to you until we meet again. Bye, Bucks.
Bye-bye. Love you. Hey, show
Love
me
you
again.
too.
Maybe we can teach those guys something, huh?
You know we could.
Yeah, and we'll share a long neck.
You got it.
Hey, viewers, you gotta have fun with life, right?
Yeah, you got to have some fun. Now, Dad, tell everybody.
I love you, Bucky. Mwah.
I love you, Charlie. Mwah. Hey, Dad, you got to tell everybody what one of our listeners, viewers, messaged you after watching us play with our food last time.
One of our viewers said, Ray, what are you guys smoking? Well, if it's in Texas, you're smoking brisket.
Hey,
I'll
over here,
probably
I'm
do.
smoking hot.
We just like to have lots of fun.
We do.
And it comes natural. We're both riding a sardine high, so what else can we do? Well, Pru, I was thinking about this. Some funny things, quotes or something, just to laugh and think about. And I found a really nice one.
Yeah.
This was by Oscar Wilde, because it reminded me of people. And he said, the world is a stage, but the play is badly cast. And I was thinking of different people I've known throughout my life that I've worked with, and I don't want to mention names, but there was this one guy I worked with, and honestly, he was a professor. How he ever got a doctorate, I just don't know. I really don't know. But every time he opened his mouth, I was sure of one thing. I was sure it was a lie. He could not speak without lying. And you just want, and one of the crazy things about it, because my other colleagues started calling him Mini Me. We had a colleague who we tried to emulate, and that colleague moved away, and then he decided to emulate me. Because I always wore a tie at the time. He never wore a tie, but all of a sudden, he starts wearing a tie. At the time, I had a Honda. He gave up his sports car and bought a Honda. Honestly, Mini Me, who always lied. He was badly cast.
Yeah, that sounds like it. I know there have been times in my life when I feel I was badly cast. Was working in different areas or in different situations, and I felt like I was one step in a different universe. But right now, I'm feeling like I'm in the right universe, at the right place, at the right time, and it feels good.
That's a good thing, Pru.
Yeah,
It's a
it
really good thing
does.
to be in the right place and feel good about yourself.
It is.
Have
Well,
you
Dad,
had?
I have a quote.
Okay, let me hear it.
And this is from Terry Pratchet from his book Reaper Man. And it cracks me up because I am guilty of this. 5 exclamation marks, the sure sign of an insane mind.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope my blog readers don't hear that.
Dad, I use exclamation marks like breadcrumbs behind me. There's always a trail of them in my texts.
Exclamation marks, dashes, dot, dot, dot. Oh, man. I think I need an intervention.
Dad, I think we both do. Punctuation Anonymous, here we come.
What I want to know, I hear you had an adventure last Sunday when you went hiking with Daniel. Now, if Daniel is anything like me, he'll not want to use a GPS, not want to use maps, only at last resort. Now, did you get lost? And was it a result of the male desire to say I can do this without maps, without stars?
Dad, you have no idea. So we went out to the Beastie Wilderness, which is west of Albuquerque. It's about 3 hours drive away, and it is an absolutely incredible location. It's considered kind of sacred land by Native American cultures who live in that area. It's all BLM, Bureau of Land Management land. This particular section of it is. So people are free to go and to hike around. There's a nice parking lot. They've got restrooms, well, pit toilets, but they're kept up nice. And we parked and we wanted to hike out to this one particular rock formation, which is called the Cracked Eggs. And I had downloaded a map off the internet onto my phone and I made note of the coordinates. And when you look at the map, it kind of looks like the cracked eggs, which I was calling the alien eggs because it looks like these big eggs you might have seen in one of those um, big alien or predator movies, these big, huge, cool looking, creepy eggs. And they look like they're cracked open in the pictures anyway. So it looks on the map like they would be very, very close to the parking lot. And sure enough, we get there and we look on they have one of those interpretive maps that the Bureau of Land Management puts up. And there was a little map there and it showed the parking lot. And then like an inch away, it showed where the cracked eggs were. And so you would think, oh, we just have to hike out a little bit and then we can hike around and look at all the other beautiful formations. There are hoodoos and mesas and all kinds of amazing things. And so I look at my directions and it says um, to hike in a particular direction and look for the two mesas that look, Dad, I kid you not, that look like boobs. This is what the directions online said. So
So you were hiking in an erotic mesa
we were
area.
hiking in an erotic mesa area. And there are a lot of hoodoos and mesas around, and we're trying to figure out which are the two boobs. Dad, they all kind of look like boobs. You know, many jokes were had. And we finally found the cracked alien eggs, and it was super cool. It was a big field of all these big, like 5, 6 foot long um, mounds. Like they look just like eggs sitting out in the middle of a salt flat, and they have all these cool ridges on them. Some look like they're cracked open. It was worth the hike. Definitely worth the hike. I got lots of cool video and photos, and going back was a lot easier because I had put on my phone a marker where we left, and we just had to have the phone vector us all the way back. So it was pretty good.
That was good. So you guys found it, had a great walk. Did you
We
stay
had
hydrated?
we did. We always bring a lot of water and a lot of healthy snacks. So we brought a few Build bars and some apples and a Slim Jim for Django.
And I bet he scoffed it down pretty rapidly.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was feeding him little pieces off of it. Like every mile, I'd give him a little chunk.
Keep him going, right?
Keep him going.
Did you see any wild animals or snakes or scorpions?
Oh my gosh, Dad, I didn't even tell you this. We didn't see anything out there that anything moving or anything. But when we got to the alien eggs, there were these um, mountain lion footprints, paw
Oh,
prints.
geez.
Dad, they were huge. I do have some photos of them. They were absolutely enormous, like at least 7, 8 inches across. They were enormous and they were fresh. So
Oh,
yeah, they must have been in the mesa in the hoodoos, a big mountain lion. So we were glad we had Django, and when we saw those paw prints, we thought time to head back to the car.
in our last episode, we spoke a little bit about the eclipse that's going to be happening.
I can't wait.
Well, I saw today online, Delta is having a special flight from Austin up to Detroit so that people can actually, in a plane that will have extra large windows, so people can follow and see the eclipse as they fly on that particular flight.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet that flight's expensive, Dad.
I'll bet it. I'll bet it's already sold out.
Yeah,
And
I bet it. Yeah.
Southwest is doing something similar, and another airline as well. But as you know, the Southwest flights to San Antonio are all booked.
They're all booked. I'm driving out there because you can't get a flight. When I checked, there were a few seats available, but they were very, very, very expensive. So I'm driving out. It's a 12-hour drive, and I'm very excited to hit the road nice and in the wee hours and have some fun driving through some farmland and looking at the cows and the wind farms. It'll be cool. I bet I see some antelope, Dad.
I'll bet you will see antelope. You might.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you'll see the desert sheep because that'll be down further south on I-10.
Yeah.
However, now, would you rather go because it's a weekend and you could
Yeah.
you have to spend a weekend? Would you rather spend the weekend in San Antonio or in a place like Detroit? With my apologies to all people in Detroit.
Hey,
But
Daniel's from
you
Detroit.
notice people, go Bucks, Ohio State. We're going to get you this year. Please have mercy on us. After 3 years, we deserve to win.
Go Albuquerque Isotopes! Our farm baseball team.
Hey,
That's all we got here.
Charlie. Hey, Charlie, you're looking really good.
Hey there, Bucky.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey, Bucky, ever been to Bucky's?
I have.
But what I did get was a bowl of beans. That's all we'll buy. That's true. And a piece of cornbread. Well, I'm still trying to debate on my adventure. Now I know this is 3 episodes in, and have I decided? Not yet. I have crossed some things off my list.
Yeah.
I did cross Alaska off only because everything was so expensive, because I didn't realize being in Alaska for the solstice is a big deal.
Oh, it is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'll have to time my trip to Alaska at a different time. But Spain is still on my list.
Yeah.
Going to the Rocky Mountains is on my list. Going to some place in the Caribbean is on my list. And going out for good Mexican food, any place is on my list.
Hey, Dad, there's a website that's called Going, 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 and they show you like super cheap airfare specials. And there was a special I saw just a few days ago, round trip from Dallas to Madrid and back, round trip, $400.
That is cheap.
That is cheap. You'd have to go between October and December of this year, but they have all these kinds of deals. And so I've been watching that just in case we decide to do something exciting, but that's really cheap.
And that's a good time of the year to go to Spain from
It
the
is.
spring and that, because you miss the big tourist season.
Right. And it's still plenty warm out and beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Spain is pretty close to simulates the kind of weather we have in parts of it.
It absolutely does. The terrain is similar. The weather is similar.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Pru, this podcast was great.
This was awesome, Dad.
Hey, our viewers and listeners, do you have a little friend you can talk to who puts up with you and all your quirks and all your goofiness, like Bucky does for me?
We would like to know.
Let us know, please.
Charlie's a good one. Charlie, was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Bucky. This thing is so small because it was Tegan's puppet, so it takes a while to stretch it on my hand. Bye, Bucky.
Bye-bye, Charlie. Have a good one. Don't forget, next time we see each other, 2 long necks coming up.
You got it. I'll watch the eclipse with you.
That's another pet peeve. If I go out with him, I want a long neck, but he gets an iced tea. What kind of guy is that?
That's no fun.
Long
necks and George Strait go together.
They do. He needs some help fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
and one more question for our folks out there. What's your favorite sardine recipe? I don't know if we get any takers there, Dad, but we might.
But please do not say my favorite sardine recipe is to find the closest trash can. Adios, amiga.
Adios, Papa.
Adios, listeners and viewers.
Adios. Adios.
Pru, this was a lot of fun.
Dad, this was a lot of fun. Hey, thanks for listening. We love all of our viewers and listeners. Please visit our website, daughteranddadpodcast.com, and be sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment.